I just got this contract to build 28 townhomes. Follow me and let's check it out. So we've already done dig out. We're setting up foundation forms right here. We have inspection on that building right there. We're finishing up foundation forms, inspection tomorrow on this second duplex. So that's already 4 units. And we're preparing for dig out down there. So you can see the stakes are already ready to go to dig it out. And pretty soon you're gonna have 28 townhomes right here. So you see this piece of rebar. Inside here is gonna be a footing to support the pieces of wood that go across here. There's this little plastic cap. This plastic cap stops rust from going from this rebar that's in contact with the ground to go into this rebar that's inside the concrete. Because what's happened before in the past over the years is, let's just say a house is 20 years old, water can come up and rust out the rebar inside of the foundation, and all of a sudden your house can fall apart. Don't let that happen to you. I'm helping people across the entire nation build and develop new construction real estate. If that's something that you're interested in, book a free call with my team. If you want to leverage my expertise and my team, click that link below, book that free call. Hope to see you on soon.
So when building a house, do you have to first build it on top of the ground, or I see that this wood is lifted. Why is that?
We're not placing the foundation forms directly on the ground because it's not absolutely perfectly level, but what we are doing is we have a piece of rebar and we set the height exactly to be perfectly level at right here. And what matters is when we pour the foundation, it's level here because the floor system, the pieces of wood that go across right here to create your floor, are gonna be sitting on top. So do we really care if here it's 5 inches and over here it's 6 inches? No. Besides maybe spending a little bit extra yards on concrete. But what matters is the building level? Do you have a good foundation to build it straight up? We have all these different pieces to the puzzle, like this strap. This strap, if you can see, it comes up inside of the foundation, and there's gonna be basically posts right here, a beam across. And the reason why we install these is in case of earthquakes. So the engineer calls these out exactly on what size they need to be, where they need to be, how they need to be. The engineer even calls out how much rebar we need on the top, on the bottom. For example, they'll even identify in the plan, oh, you need 2 pieces of rebar going across. Our job is to get the plans drawn up by our architect, get them engineered by an engineer, and then we just need to follow the plans. The inspector will come on site, look at the piece of paper and say, hey, on plan this shows 2 pieces of rebar. Did you install 2 pieces of rebar? And then if everything matches, then we'll pass inspection and we can actually pour the foundation, let it dry, strip the forms, and now we have a foundation ready to build on. You ever make some cookies and you don't put the little baking sheet in the cookie sticks to the pan? Well, we do the same thing in construction. So we have this little sprayer and we spray it on the inside of the forms so that when we peel back this wood, the concrete doesn't stick to the wood. And so this is basically oil. This is all it really is. And we do it so that the foundation forms come off clean, and it's a pain to clean the foundation forms. So the more you know. Look at how wide this foundation is right here, and then look at how skinny this one is right here. What do you think the difference is? Well, this is actually a duplex, and when you're building a duplex, even though the units are connected, there are 2 separate walls here with a gap in the middle because they want to treat them as 2 separate individual houses. And so it's kind of interesting that you have to essentially waste all this extra concrete, but it's safer in the case of a fire. If one side burns down, the other side is still standing. It's pretty interesting. So we have this rebar that goes into the ground and it's holding up the forms. What we'll do is we'll set the rebar at different heights just to make sure that the foundation is actually level. And once it's level, then we can pour the foundation, and those are just gonna stay there forever. The main thing that's most important is that this rebar is not connected to the rebar on the inside of the foundation form so that it doesn't rust away. But this is generally how we set up the foundation forms in our area. It's not the same in every area. Your goal is to hire a qualified subcontractor that knows and does this for a living. And so he's constantly working with inspectors, passing inspections. And so it's not my job as a GC to absolutely know and be in all the details, but it is important for me to pass my inspections, obviously. And so I need to hire a subcontractor that has good references, is doing foundations in the local area, passing inspections. Sometimes we'll get corrections, and that's totally normal. We'll just fix them. Nobody's perfect, but at the end of the day, we use it kind of as a safeguard checkpoint. So we install the foundation forms, prepare it for a foundation to pour it, pass inspection, then we pour. And throughout that process, we know that we're getting a quality product, we're passing inspection, and we're good to go. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe if you found this interesting. We're dropping gold nuggets just like this every single week, and we want to make sure that you know about it. If you found this valuable, take action. Some action is better than no action, and that's extremely important. So click that link below, book a free call with my team, and let's see how you can leverage my team for your success in the new construction game. That way you don't have to make the same mistakes that I made. Super excited for you to get into the real estate game. It has changed my life, and I hope it will yours too.